This is The Offer. We all talk about the story of The Godfather, about the impact it had on the film in the 70s, and how it's the greatest film of all time in the top 100 AFI list, or humdrum of 5 stars on Letterboxd. We all love The Godfather. But what about the story behind it? When we see a movie like The Godfather, fully formed with the immense cultural and historical lore behind it, it is impossible to look at it without some rose-colored glasses, because this movie is nothing short of magic, right? Nothing short of perfection, nothing short of 70s cinema at its peak, right? What if everybody hated The Godfather? What if everybody thought it was going to be nothing but a colossal waste of time and money? What if making The Godfather could get you killed? The Offer is a one-season prestige miniseries format show on Paramount Plus detailing the journey of Al Ruddy, the producer behind The Godfather, and how he got it made. Not to mention all of the company drama at Paramount amidst the production of the ice-cold, terrifying film about the people you love. A big core element of the Offer TV show is the struggle to get the film made more than the making of the film. There's so much trouble and struggle behind the scenes that makes it all so harrowing. The mob hates the book and the idea of the film being made because it takes a light to one-too-many truths of what they're doing in the shadows, especially since Mario Puzo grew up around that community. He knew all too well. Because at the end of the day, the story of The Godfather is the story of what could make you do all the things involved with being the mob. These are normal people taken to extraordinary lengths to protect those they love. The mob tries to squash the film before it even starts, but Ruddy works with them, specifically Columbo, the new up-and-comer in the mob, who befriends Al Ruddy. The friendship between Columbo and Ruddy really is a core element of the series, and I think that validates the whole thing in a very visceral way. If the connection between them doesn't work, then the show doesn't work. Genuinely. The only reason The Godfather ever has a chance is because Columbo believes Ruddy when he says what he says. That this movie is about highlighting the Italian mafia as real deal people, and not just monsters in the dark making shady deals. The Godfather is about accurately displaying the reality of these people's lives as they commit these terrible deeds, and wrestle with the devil inside. Both Miles Teller and Giovanni Ribisi absolutely knock it right out of the park, selling the friendship between the Hollywood producer and the Italian mob boss, because that intimacy between friends, that raw care for one another, to sell us that these two could be brothers, that is the show, and the conflict between those two worlds is what tears it apart. When I first watched The Offer, I was laying in a recliner in Florida. I had burned most of my torso, chest, back, arms, the works. I was either in immense pain or immense uncomfort, but a family member I had just met on this trip turned me onto the show, The Offer, saying it was just that good, especially since I had already talked to her about my immense love of film, as I was writing what I want to be my first film I direct, Conversations with Kevin. So I had to watch this show. As the credits rolled on the first episode, I was automatically obsessed. Entangled, mesmerized by the drama, the theatrics, the insanity behind the creation of The Godfather. But even more, I was fascinated by the character of Al Ruddy and his obsession with getting his film made, something I understood all too well. He would do anything to get this film made, and that meant fighting his fight on so many different fronts. The Offer is about battle. It's about how do you win a deal. It's a lot of smooth talking, going around somebody to get what you want and get what you need. And in the pursuit of just getting your film made, you get even more out of it. and you're a very different person in the process. You find in the offer that when you offer, you get more than what you bargain for. It's like a battlefield. Everybody's interests vying for control, creative control. Bob Evans trying to allow for creativity, but also needing to ride the line of marketability. Bluehorn wants a money cow. Barry's all about the numbers. They need a hit. But Al Ruddy, he's the real deal. He has an immense passion for the film-going experience, and he will do anything, absolutely anything, to get his movie made. Any artist, any filmmaker, any writer, any creative person at all knows all too well that when you're making something, and something for all eyes to see, you're bound to make some compromises, but you better be careful who you're compromising for.